Hi everybody, we have a giant giveaway today. I'm giving away a bed at the Live Young Healthy Aging Retreat. So I'll let you guys start coming on. Yes, I know I look like shit. I'm going to talk about that too. All right, hi for craft's sake. For craft's sake, I did not get to your DM, but I will today, I promise. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I have got the biggest giveaway I've ever done in the history of my channel. So I am really looking forward to it. And I thought for a second, look at my face. Just take it in. I thought for a second I was going to postpone it because I can't wear makeup. For those of you who saw my Instagram live yesterday, I did Tixel. Let me see if I can find the thing. I did Tixel. I'm looking fabulous. I actually went to dinner like this last night. And I was fine. Like, who cares? I didn't care. But yesterday, if you guys missed that live show I did Tixel in the office with Nurse Karen at Dr. Mark Monty's office. And then we put exosomes over the top of them. So I want to get to the retreat and I want to get to the giveaway, but I think I need to explain why I look like a tiger, okay? Just so I don't scare anybody. First of all, for those of you who are on here because of the giveaway, right now, use that little arrow down on the bottom corner and send this to as many friends as you know who could benefit from 4 days of healthy aging coaching. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, let's just talk about what we're going to eat. No, this is the Live Young method. This is an inside out, outside in approach to healthy aging. So are we going to be doing skincare every day? Absolutely. Are we going to be waking up with the sun, looking towards the sun, getting the UV light in our eyes, cold plunging, exercising every day? I have got such an amazing schedule worked out for you guys, and I just am so excited to be able to give away a spot. This, you guys, it's just the bed alone. Minimum is $2,900 for the bed alone. Not the bed alone, but the whole retreat, right? To be a part of the retreat, to be able to walk that talk with me for 4 days, to implement those healthy aging habits, to have lectures on hormone replacement therapy, on bone density. We're working out every day. I'm bringing in guest trainers to work out with us every day. I'm teaching a full yoga session myself. I don't know if many of you guys know this, but I'm a 500-hour yoga instructor. I wear many hats, but we have somebody else coming in because it's not just yoga that's going to get you living longer and feeling your best, right? It's yoga, it's weight training, it's stretching, it's mobility, it's walking with a weighted vest. All of this stuff is going to be going, I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to be doing it in the Live Young Retreat. Hold on one second. I want to shut my door here because I just realized I have to kind of, to yell a little bit when I'm on here, and my door's open, and my daughter is sleeping in on this beautiful, stunning Saturday that we have here. Now, for those of you guys just joining me, I do realize I look like a tiger. I am not one that when I do something in office or if I'm even microneedling at home, I do not let that slow me down, because if I were to look for the most opportune time to do shit to my face, I'd never get it done. So at 57 years old almost, I'll be 57 in a couple weeks, I have learned, and I've been doing this stuff for a long time, that especially in LA, who cares what anybody thinks when they look at my face, if they're scared or whatever. But this is what I had done. I had Tixel done yesterday in office, in Dr. Mark Monty's office with Nurse Karen. So that's what you're seeing. This is less than 24 hours after a Tixel treatment. Now, she went deeper on my eyes, so you can see I'm a little stripy here. So that's why, but no pain. I'm not feeling any pain. Because those channels are still open, I'm going to put my exosomes right over the top of that. And this will be the last day that I'll be able to use these exosomes. Now, this was really I don't want to say, it's not invented, I don't want to say that, but Brian Johnson, who is the millionaire who has decided he doesn't want to die, also really wants to look better because he did the exact same thing that I just did and went live yesterday with it. He did the exact same thing a couple of weeks ago. So we use a setting that will allow for the deeper concentration of the exosomes. And for those of you who don't know about exosomes, again, I'm going to be teaching all of this stuff at the retreat. But for those of you who don't know about exosomes, it's those little vesicles, and inside there is genetic material, growth factors, a lot of great stuff that when you create the channels with the Tixel, the channels stay open for 48 hours. Very different than microneedling. With microneedling, you can't get stuff in there unless you microneedle it in, which you guys know I don't do. But with Tixel, it leaves the channels open, and this is using thermal heat. It leaves those channels open so that exosomes can get deeper down into the epidermis and the dermis. So it's kind of like a channeling system that helps get these really regenerative properties of exosomes deep in. So that's what I did yesterday. If you missed that live show, it is posted on my feed. Go ahead and check it back. But now let's talk about the giveaway, you guys, because I've never given away something of this value. And I'm going to show you guys how you can win it. Okay. So to win it, when I post this to my main feed, not now. Oh my God, I realize I look so ridiculous. That's okay. I'm just happy you guys are here. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for putting up with this stuff. Okay, so when I post this to my main feed, you comment the word retreat. Hi, Christine. Comment the word retreat. Not here, but when I post this to my main feed, you will then get in your DMs a link to the retreat. So you'll get something that shows you the website for the retreat. It will show you, the accommodations. It will show you everything. And I'll just kind of flip through this book so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're dealing with. Now, I've already done, reached out to some people that I thought would be a great addition to this retreat, like a hormone replacement therapist, right? Somebody that, because it's all women, we're looking at 30 women for 4 days. And if you think that you learned something on these Instagram lives, or if you've ever booked a one-on-one with me and you've learned something and you've made those changes, imagine if I had you for 4 days in the middle of, like, you are going to change your health trajectory. This is not just like a kumbaya women's retreat. There is going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of support system there, but it's not just going to be, this relaxing. We're going to get to work, people. We're going to actually think of it more of a longevity boot camp. You're going to learn all that you need to know of all the current information on aging, whether it's skincare, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is kind of the itinerary. This is all going to be sent to you guys when you comment the retreat, but it gives you kind of the itinerary. Now, don't look too closely at this, because on the free times, there will be lecture options for you to go to. For example, if you're somebody that wants to lose weight, I'll have a whole lecture on healthy weight loss, what kind of foods you should be eating, how you should be exercising. All of this stuff is I'm bringing in trainers, because it's not just one way that we need to train as we age. Yes, for craft's sake, it is such a massive prize. I've never done anything like this before, and I love it. But it is a massive prize, because the cheapest bed accommodation, which includes everything that you're eating, all of the exercises, all the skincare demos, you guys are going to be microneedling yourself, because I'm bringing all the tools that I have. You're going to be doing microcurrent yourself. You're going to learn how to do these things. We're going to be doing red light therapy. We're bringing all that stuff. And the gift bags are literally out of this world, because the gift bags will be more in value than the cost of the bed. I want to repeat that. the gift bags at the Live Young Healthy Aging Retreat are going to be of more value, monetary value, than the cost of the bed. So for example, everybody goes home with a red light therapy mask. Everybody who attends goes home for free with a red light therapy mask. Everybody will go home with a microneedling tool. And I've already got Jen Amber, who is so graciously going to be adding to the gift bags, and she's adding all of the rollers, a roller for everybody, a microneedling roller for everybody. I'm going to try to get the pens as well for everybody. But yeah, we're talking about a prize that if you think about the value of that, because it's not just red light therapy or microneedling that you're going to get in the gift bag. You're getting all the supplements. LMNT just gave us, I don't know if you guys are into those electrolytes, the salty electrolytes from LMNT, which I drink every single day. I drink at least 60 ounces of that. There's LMNT sample packets, multiple in everybody's gift bag. There's the derma rollers. There's the red light therapy mask. There's all of your supplements that you're going to be needing of the Live Young supplement line. There's going to be your skincare in there. Think of the gift bag as a toolbox. You're not going to get it when you're leaving the retreat. You're going to get it on your bed when you arrive, because we're using all of it. My yoga mentor, Mel, has agreed to come, and so I'm just literally filling the beds with people that I feel like they're going to add to the body of knowledge, because longevity and healthy aging is always a moving target, right? LMNT is so good. Yeah, I like mine. My favorite is the orange salt for sure. But I've got like a whole. I'll show you guys. I'll just show you guys. This just came, and they're just pouring in. This just came from LMNT. So everybody in the gift bag. There's multiple sachets in here. Everybody in their gift bag will have their electrolytes. We'll have big hydro flasks for everybody. It's all coming in this big giant thing, big giant canvas tote, but we will fill it with stuff that are prizes and your tool, not prizes, that's different, because we're gonna also have prizes, but with your toolbox that is needed for the entire week or the entire weekend. So how you win, how you enter, if you guys could send this, hit that little button, and send it to a friend who you think, I'd love to go on this retreat with this friend. This would be the perfect traveling buddy. Send it on over there, because, if you guys decided you both wanted to enter the giveaway, you can, increase your chances of winning. And then your accommodations, you can split them, become half price. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you have a friend, if you want to win this trip, first of all, please don't enter unless you actually are free May 1st through 4th, because I don't want to give away a bed for free and all of these things for free if somebody can't come. So I don't want to have like, oh, you won this, I can't come. No, you're not going to get the value back. I'm not going to pay you the money, but you've got to be in the bed. You've got to experience the whole thing with me and with 30 other women. So the way to win is after I post this to my main feed, you're going to comment the word retreat. And then you're free. Abby Skim said you're free. Okay, great. See if you can get a friend to also enter. If you want to share your bed. Now remember, you guys, it's a little bit of glamping. I don't want you to think that we're going to be waking up at noon and somebody will come in and spritz you with some mineral water. No, we are going to get some shit done, right? Oreo Cow says she's free too. Okay, these are the people that I want to enter this contest. Because if you're not free May 1st through 4th, that's arriving on a Thursday and ending on Sunday afternoon, if you're not free, please don't enter this contest. It is too big of a prize for me to waste it on somebody that is not going to be able to go. So we're looking at, you'll get your bed for free, And this, like I said, the accommodations, let me see if I can get it in here. The accommodations are kind of like glamping. So there's multiple types of beds and spaces available for people. I think that's the only one I printed out. I'm sorry. But when you comment retreat after I post this to my main feed, that's a great question, Natalia. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. When you comment retreat, check your DMs, right? And then you tag 4 friends in the comment section when I post this to my main feed. Tag 4 friends in the comment section. Share this live show to your Instagram story and tag me. Okay? You got to at least be following me. So if you're here and you're just like you're only here because you heard vacation giveaway or healthy retreat giveaway, you got to at least follow me to win. Okay? So that's just kind of a no-brainer. I'm not even going to put that in the rules, but at least know what you're getting yourself into. Do I tag them separately? It doesn't matter. I would say yes. Abskin. Now that I think about that, tag them separately, because the way that we pick a winner is let's say we've got 200 comments of retreat. And of those, well, first of all, let's say we have 200 comments of retreat. I randomly pick a number, or my husband does, from 1 to 200. Then that number, we check and make sure, we count down the number of responses, and we make sure that number, say it's for craft's sake. I'm willing it to you for craft's sake, but let's say it's for craft's sake. Who won the Nozempic weight loss bundle during the holidays. But let's say it's for craft's sake. Oh my God, I totally lost my train of thought there. So we then look, say we pick the number 54. We go back down to 54. Oh, that's for craft's sake. Now we look for craft's sake. Does she follow me, or is she just on here for the giveaway? She follows me. Did she tag 4 friends? Let me see. She tagged her 4 friends. Did she share it to an Instagram story and tag me? She did that. And is she following me, Live Young Lifestyle, here on Instagram and also on TikTok? So follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, same handle, Live Young Lifestyle. Share this live to your Instagram story and tag me, and comment retreat and tag your 4 friends. I'm going to have all of this in the description when I post this to my main feed. So if you can't remember all of that stuff, I know it's a lot we're asking you guys to jump through a little bit more hoops, because it's such a giant prize, you guys. For Craft says, dang, I don't have TikTok. Do I want to do that? Yeah, can you, it's so easy just to download, even if you just follow one person. But it is in the rules. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, share the live show to your story, and then tag me. And this all happens after I post this to my main feed. But I want to let you guys know, and I'm going to go back up and get all these questions, okay? I want to make sure that you guys know what you're going to be learning in person, okay? So it's not just, we're not going to only, look at, this is my client, Marcia. She changed her skin. We changed her skin. This was her a year ago. This is her now. So this was 60 years old. Look, you can see the skin tone, the texture. This is Marcia at 61. So she has reversed aged her skin. So we're not only going to be doing that. I'll show you another picture. This is the same picture but blown up. She took them herself. So there's no doctoring or anything. This is Marcia a year ago when I started working with her. This is her skin now. Yeah, she's also lost weight. And this is the close-up. This is her skin a year ago when I started working with her. This is her skin now. And she follows this Live Young protocol. We're going to have all of this stuff at the retreat. So everything that I do here on a weekly basis, whether it's red light therapy, microneedling, dry brushing, microcurrent, microneedling. We're doing it all at the retreat together, so that I can coach you one-on-one there. So it's a giant prize that we're going to be doing. But we're also, it's not just skincare. I know you guys are looking at me now. You're going like, oh my God, what is wrong with this woman? For those of you guys just joining me, this is 24 hours after Tixel. And I just decided, you know what? I'm going to freaking do the live anyways. I don't care what it looked like. You guys, that's why the retreat is all women. It's going to be all women. There's no men in sight. And because of that, we can go the whole weekend. No, not that we couldn't, because I do it all the time, but no makeup, no care, worrying, doing our skin, getting in our cold plunge, getting in our saunas, making sure that we're taking care of ourselves. We're learning all of this stuff about estrogen deficiency, all that stuff. You'll also learn how to live longer. Yeah. How do you live longer and better? How do you incorporate those healthy aging hacks into your already existing routine? Everybody's morning routine is different, but you know what? We all have the same amount of time. You have 24 hours in the day. I have 24 hours in the day. I'll get this shit done. And all of it, all the healthy aging hacks. If you missed that morning show I did, the Wake Up With Me, you will see I'm very, very efficient in how I get my healthy aging hacks in. From the time I wake up, to delaying caffeine, to getting the light in my eyes, to cold plunging, to exercising, all of it. The predominantly plant-based, my thought on fiber over protein, like all of this is going to be taught, and I'm bringing in extra experts for hormone replacement therapy in real time that can answer questions and give prescriptions. So not just only, let's just sit down and talk about hormones. No, solutions. It is a solution-based healthy aging retreat. Okay, so when you leave there, I expect, because I know what I can do with somebody in 4 days, I expect you're going to be feeling better. Your body's going to be functioning better. You're going to have the tools in your toolkit, and I don't mean just the canvas bag. I mean in the metaphorical toolkit of life on how to change your health trajectory to where you can remain fit and mobile and happy and engaged and free of, cognitive decline and all of that stuff. I'm giving you all those tools in person. I'm probably going to be hoarse by the end of the weekend, but there is some amazing things that are going to be happening. We're going to be meditating every night with my yoga mentor, Mel Salvatore, is coming. And so we have somebody coming that's going to be a female OBGYN who specializes in hormone replacement therapy. And they're going to be learning cold plunging and doing all the stuff right along with us. Because a lot of times what I have found is when people specialize in one thing and they go wholeheartedly into that one thing, whether it's hormone replacement or whatever it is, there's all this other knowledge that they're not specializing in that I do. This is just what a gerontology degree gets you, and 57 years on the planet. But what is a gerontology degree gets you is it is a study of the aging process with a goal of health extension, And what you're going to be learning at the retreat is not just how to live longer and better and how to put into practices. What are we really supposed to be eating? How are we really supposed to be exercising as we age? Because it changes as we age. If you're exercising the same way that you did when you were in your 20s or your 30s, you're not doing it smarter. You're exercising harder and not smarter, and you might be eating into your muscle. We're going to learn all of that. And I'm going to give you every single morning. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings are going to be workouts. Every morning is going to be a different type of workout that has to do with longevity. You can't just plop your ass on a treadmill and think you're going to do the best for your body physically. There's weightlifting, there's yoga, there's mindfulness, there's stretching, there's weighted stretching. There's lots of different stuff. There's the mobility of how are your joints moving. All of these things just in the movement section alone of the retreat is going to be mind-blowing. It really will. So you're going to learn, and I'm going to go back over these, I promise. I'm going to also put some exosomes on my face to try to get them to heal a little bit better. Okay, so what you'll be learning in person: how to live longer and better, how to implement all those healthy aging hacks, how to sleep better, how to reduce your stress, and reduce your stress not only long-term, but in real time. If you're feeling that anxiety, we're going to go over the scientific known ways to reduce your anxiety and your blood pressure in real time. It takes about 30 seconds. But we're going to be practicing this stuff throughout that weekend, okay? We're going to be eating farm to table. I'm going to talk about the importance of organics. I'm going to be talking about the importance of fiber. All of the Live Young supplement line will be there for everybody to take right along with me. I'm going to show you. Here's what I take at lunch. Follow along, form a line. Here's what you would take at lunch. Here's what we take to sleep. I'm not joking. Let's take our collagen. You're going to walk my life, my world, what I do. And I mean that in not in a boastful way, but in a science-backed way that works. And that's the reason why I do it. Like I said earlier, everybody has the same 24 hours. What you do with those 24 hours and how you can stack healthy aging habits without disrupting your life and without making you feel like you're taking care of yourself all day long. Nobody has time for self-care all day long. But if you're strategic about it, which I've learned over the years, if you're strategic about it, you can stack different things that you can do at the same time. You ever tried brushing your teeth standing on one leg? That's how I brush my teeth. And I'm not joking. The reason why you do that is because think about your body's moving, your core's moving. How are you stabilizing? What stabilizing muscles are you using? You can brush your teeth leaning over in bad posture over the sink, or you can brush your teeth upright standing on one leg, and it takes the same freaking amount of time. These are the little tiny habits that we're going to form over the 4 days. Oh my gosh, I have to stop and get this question. Gassel Heather 90, I don't get to sleep until around 3 a.m. This sounds like it was designed for me. I just can't afford it. I took a 3-year leave of absence to take care of my mom for 3 years. Yeah, and Gassel Heather 90, I'm gonna pull for you. I can't. I'm not gonna. I can't cheat. I can't like. But that said, taking care of your mom for 3 years, that stress toll on your body, can do a lot to your sleep cycle. I know, because I have a kid that's in crisis mode. A lot of people that follow me know that I have one of my children has been struggling with very serious addiction for a while now, and is in a treatment facility now. And I know what that stress does to a sleep cycle, right? But there are still tricks that we can do. And it's hard to see those tricks when you're in that world of that's a sign of depression when your sleep cycle gets upside down. It's a sign of anxiety when your sleep cycle gets upside down. It also could be a sign of estrogen decline. So there's a lot to unload here. And a lot of tricks that I have, Gassel Heather 90, that will literally that night change how quickly you go to sleep. Because one of the things that I've learned, and what the science shows us as well, got my hair, is that light plays such an important role in our sleep, right? And we have all of these lights, these artificial lights now that we use. But light, sunlight, UV light plays such an important role in our sleep. How we heat our core in the morning. Like, does it take you a while to do you work out at night? All of this stuff, all of these little tweaks, you would not believe. If you're talking about sleep, everything is so related. What you eat is related to your sleep, right? Your anxiety related to your sleep. Depression is related to your sleep. If your sunlight, if you have light, if you got artificial lamps on, or before bed you turn the lights on, or if you're on your screens, all of this affects sleep. I did a whole Instagram live on how to get the best night's sleep ever. Gasso Heather 90, please take a look at that, because there are some real solutions there that are backed by science. Okay, so you're not only going to be learning how to sleep better, but you're going to be learning how to reduce stress, like I said, in real time. And stress, you guys, we're in the middle of just a crisis of stress in this country, because we think we're not stressed, and yet our cortisol levels are up there, right? So what we've done is we've risen our set point of what we can tolerate. And in doing that, we think, oh, we're not stressed right now, but the world has become more stressful. Our cortisol levels are becoming higher. That's affecting our sleep. It's also affecting our waistline. It's affecting a lot of different things. So stress is so important, and stress leads to inflammation, and inflammation is the root cause of all age-related diseases. So when you look at arthritis, you look at cancer, you look at cardiovascular disease, you look at dementia and Alzheimer's, all of them have to do with inflammation, right? And if we think about it, psychological stress, even physical stress, even the physical stress I did on my skin of Tixel, causes inflammation in the body. Now, this is controlled inflammation, but when you're in a stressful environment and you're eating sugars and you're eating things that people tend to do when they're stressed out, it is compounding, and it becomes like this situation that needs to be rectified, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to learn how to de-stress, because if you did nothing else, de-stressing is going to make you weigh less. So de-stress, weigh less, those are very much connected. It's going to help you sleep better. It's going to help you live longer. And all age-related diseases, if you can learn to manage your stress, will decline. We're going to eat farm to table. I'm going to talk about the importance of organics, because there are certain foods that if you cannot find them, stress is a killer for sure. If you cannot find them grown organically, don't eat them. And that's berries and strawberries. There's a whole list of the Dirty Dozen on ewg.org that will tell you what types of fruits and vegetables you should only buy organically grown. And the Clean 15 are those fruits and vegetables that the pesticides are not, and herbicides are not taken up into the flesh of the fruit. And even if they're sprayed commercially farmed, they're still safe to eat. So we're going to talk about all of that stuff. We're going to talk about nutrition and how to live longer. We are in the middle of a high protein diet fad, you guys. And I have been saying this for, a couple of years now. I get so much pushback when I say that, but that is the truth. And now, just now, you will start hearing doctors on Instagram say, if I had to choose between protein and fiber, I would choose fiber. They're just now saying it. I've been saying it for a couple of years. If you stop thinking about your protein goals and you start eating as many plants that you possibly can, and I don't mean being a vegan, because I eat meat, I eat candy, I eat sugar, I eat all of that stuff, but I'm very strategic about it. What I do before that, in terms of supplements that line your intestines so that the sugar doesn't get pulled through the small intestines quickly, meaning that you're going to have a more stable insulin level. You won't spike that blood glucose level that will end up crashing, and then you want to eat a whole bag of potato chips, right? So there's things that we can do where we can still, you know, you're not going to go there and be like only eating celery or plain romaine lettuce. You're going to have amazing meals there, but they're going to be rich in fiber, and you will find and you will learn in the Live Young Healthy Aging Retreat that that fiber is our friend. And if you look at all the blue zones, there's not one blue zone. And those are the blue zones are those areas where they have the highest concentration of centenarians, those people that live to be over 100. There's not one blue zone that is protein heavy. They're all protein light and fiber heavy and rainbows of the rainbow colored vegetables and fruits. For craft's sake said the fiberline is magical. It really is. It really is. It seems like such a simple thing, but it is the type of fiber that is used that creates almost like a gel. Think like when you do that, when we're doing microneedling and we do we microneedle our skin and then we do like the hyaluronic acid mixed with like a spritz of water and it becomes like a gel. That's kind of what this does in the small intestines. Do I like MCT oils? I mean, yes and no. And we can talk about that. We can talk about that, oils and things like that. I am consistently using a really nice olive oil. I actually have olive trees. And so I'm going to be trying. I can't make olive oil yet, but I am going to be trying to make them because I do have numerous olive trees that have fruit on them. So I'm going to try to do that. But in terms of MCT oils, I don't specifically aim for those. There's a lot of controversy on coconut oil. And yeah, it's antimicrobial. And yeah, it's good for you if it makes you eat that broccoli. But it's still a solid at room temperature. And so when we're looking at things like that, it's not only cholesterol that is going to show you if you have cardiovascular health. In fact, the cholesterol levels are so outdated that there's so many other testing that is going to be more indicative of whether or not you have cardiovascular health issues. And we're going to be going over all of those tests at the Live Young Retreat. So I'm going to give you again just how you enter first, and then for sure, Fiberline helps your IBS. That makes perfect sense to me because you're coating your small intestines. So not only is it helping your bowel system, but it's also slowing down the way that sugar is getting pulled through there. So if you think about that, you're getting a slow drip of nutrients, right? If you're lined with fiber first, and that food, because you're getting a slow drip, because you've got this lining, has a chance to make it all the way down into the large intestines, oftentimes feeding the gut microbiome. I mean, it's all connected, everybody. And that's what I teach. It is an inside out, outside in approach to healthy aging. So yes, we're going to be getting your bones stronger. We're going to be teaching you how to exercise. We're going to be meditating every day. We're going to be cold plunging. I'm going to show you how that affects your metabolism, how that affects your sleep at night. I'm going to be showing you. You're going to be right shoulder to shoulder with me, stepping out in the morning, looking up at the sunlight, getting out there for a little bit of time, right? We're going to be cold plunging. We're going to be doing our big things of green tea. We're going to be delaying our caffeine. It is beyond what is out there. And the way that this is different from any longevity retreat that you see out there. Number one, it's all women. So we are going to be doing things to our skin. Microneedling, red light therapy, microcurrent, radio frequency. I'm bringing all this stuff with me. And we have big sponsors who are going to be giving us stuff. We'll have a whole table set up with everybody getting their, in the middle of their makeup mirror. And we will be teaching you. I will be teaching you how to do these devices at home. How to do the devices at home. So we're going to be talking about nutrition to live longer. Like I said, with the blue zones, we're going to be talking about supplements, and not just my supplements, but what supplements are out there that really extend life, and how do they work in terms of like healthy weight management? How do they work in terms of like, not shortening the telomeres? Like there's all of these hallmarks of aging, and we are going to be addressing every single one. So how to increase bone density, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to have weighted vests. I'm going to show you guys how to do this, what needs to be done, and what tests need to be done to see if you, like a DEXA scan, where you are on your bone density. If you're a woman who's in your 40s and you're not on hormone replacement therapy, your bone density is already decreasing. So what do we do? What supplements can you take? What exercise should you be doing? What else could you be doing, and what testing could you be doing, and what medications might help so that you don't have osteopenia or osteoporosis? Oh my God, when you get older. You know what I'm saying? All of these things are going to be addressed. So I'm going to have somebody talking about menopause and hormone optimization, about thyroid, about growth hormone, about estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, DHEA. We're doing all of it. All of it. We're going to exercise for longevity. Like I said, we're bringing people in, and I'm going to be teaching the yoga classes. And how to really maintain these healthy habits when you get home. Gassel Heather 90 said, I've had osteoporosis since I was 41. Are you on hormone replacement therapy? Because if you're not, you need to run and get on that. So yeah, in addition, you guys, there's prizes. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be a prize for the most spirited. There's going to be a prize for somebody who is the most supportive of others. Like, I'm doing this thing I want to give you guys the most that you can possibly get out of a retreat. It's the first one I'm doing, but I'm telling you, the people who are putting it on for me, Be the Wellness, they're already saying, wow, this is like beyond. I know. You just started when you were 60. Okay, that's probably why you have bone loss. So for all of my women on here who are over the age of, let's say, 35, go get your hormones tested. And at 40, get a DEXA scan for your bones. We're going to talk about all of this stuff. You're going to have access to every protocol that I've done, right? Whether it's younger looking eyes, whether it's the microneedling protocol, we're going to go over these firsthand. We're going to go over this in person, what the needle length is, as you're microneedling, as I'm helping you. We're going to go over my all-time favorite products, why they work, why I like them. We're going to be going over the whole monthly skincare thing. How to find the right retinoids for you. We're going to be going over all of that and much, much more. So prizes, giveaways, experiences like you have never had before. We're trying to bring in a sound bath person. We'll have a sound bath going on one night. We're going to have guided meditations. It is beyond. It is literally beyond. So the value of the products and the gift bag, even just what's in here, in your tools, you will have more value. And this is going to be popping at the seams. I mean that. It's going to be popping at the seams. You will have a red light therapy mask in here. You will have a derma roller in here. You will have a canteen. You will have swag. You will have a journal. You will have zillion things. You're going to have some element tea. You're going to have some UV gloves. You're going to have lots of stuff. And I don't want to like say too much, but it's going to be valued at more than the cost of the actual bed. So what we're talking about here is, I want to say, if I were to guess, we're talking about a $6,000 giveaway that I'm doing. That's the cost of the bed plus what you're going to get it as the gift bag. That is like a $6,000 giveaway that I'm doing. So huge. If you know anybody, and you think like, I can't afford it, but I want to split my cost. Have your friends enter, and then go together and pay the one price. There are rooms for 2 people. There are rooms for 4 people. There's single rooms. I don't have all the accommodations on here, but when I post this to my main feed, you can just, let's go over the rules again. You enter, you comment the word retreat, and I'll make a comment and I'll pin it to the top so you guys can make sure that you check. Get all the checklists, okay? I would hate for somebody to win it and they didn't do the one thing. And that has happened before. Somebody, the Swyrise dome, remember the LED dome that I gave away? It took 3 winners before I got the winner who followed all of the directions. So don't be that person, right? This is too big of a prize. It's not only the prize while you're there, it's what happens when you leave. Because I guarantee you, you are going to leave changed. You are going to leave on a trajectory with hope, that anything is possible, that anywhere you are in your health journey, your skin journey, your longevity journey, anywhere you are, you can make profound differences. So I'm super excited about it. It's in the Malibu Canyons in California. Okay. It is set in the most serene. I only have this one picture. I wish I would have, but when you comment the word retreat, then you'll see the website. You'll get a link to the website. Okay. It is very, very serene. Think of it as glamping. Okay. Nice beds, nice accommodations. Sometimes there's shared bathrooms. Sometimes there's shared rooms. So I have a lot of people coming as couples, like it's only women, but like as, they're coming with their friend. So let's just recap what you have to do. Okay. Because when you comment retreat, you can also book a 15-minute call with me for free. If you are on the fence, in fact, I have 2 calls today about the retreat. If you're on the fence and you're like, I want to go, but I don't know, I don't know about the bathroom situation, or I don't know about the bed, like whatever it is, call me, set up when you comment retreat, there will be a link there. You can book a 15-minute call and let me talk you through it. Okay. But otherwise, this is going to be a giveaway like I have never done before. So once I post this to my main feed, once I post this to my main feed, you're going to comment retreat and do these separate, you guys. Do them separate. You got a heart. You got to give me a like. Okay. You got to give me the heart. Because I can't have 5,000 comments and, 1,000 hearts and people are like, what? The algorithm doesn't make sense, and then I get screwed. So comment retreat, tag 4 friends in the comments, and you can tag the 4 friends. So retreat by itself. Then you can tag the 4 friends together. Okay, that's fine. And then you share my live video. So once I post it, you hit the little button and share it to your Instagram story and tag at Live Young Lifestyle. Tag me in it, okay? Because that's going to be, once I see that tag and I see it come across my story, I see that tag, okay, that's the first name that goes in the giveaway. And now let me check and see what else you've done. That's the name. You have to do all of it, okay? So share the live show to your Instagram story and tag me. Follow me on Live Young Lifestyle and on Instagram and on TikTok. And the winner will be announced on my Instagram show on 4:05 on April 5th. At 12 p.m. So is that next Saturday? Oh my God, it's almost my birthday. My birthday is April 10th. I'll be 57. I don't normally look like that. For those of you just joining, this was because I had that Tixel done yesterday in office, which has, a 2 or 3 day downtime. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. We're trying to see if we can get Dr. Mark Monty's office to come with the device and do it at the retreat. So when I say we're having skincare labs, we're having skincare labs. Okay, it's not just the at-home stuff. We're trying to do something very, very special here. Okay, is there anything else that I have? I want to go back. So remember, it is May 1st through 4th. Do not enter the giveaway if you are not available to attend, because it takes the space away from somebody else, right? So you have to be available May 1st through May 4th. Oh, I just saw Stacy join. You have to be available. You guys, for those who are just coming on, this is welcome to my world, okay? I know I look like a tiger, but I just did Tixel yesterday, and now I'm just gonna go over how do you join this giveaway, okay? Biggest giveaway I've ever done. It is valued, I want to say, at least at $6,000, because you've got a $3,000 bed, $2,900 bed, and you've got at least that in your toolbox bag, okay? So when I post this to my main feed, you comment retreat, then you tag 4 friends. Then you can tag them separately, or you can tag them all together. I think if you tag them separately, it might increase your chance actually of winning. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think tag them separately. And then you share it to your Instagram story and tag me, and then follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna go back and look at some of these questions so I've got to go all the way back here. Shoot. Let me down this. I'm gonna down this green tea because I need to move on to my mushroom coffee. I just started getting like that little, okay, am I a little bit hungry? And that's when I add the mushroom coffee. Guess what? I'm gonna have Rise mushroom coffee there too. You guys can see if this makes a difference for you. Okay, hold on one second. I'm so sorry. I had to get a little bit of coffee in me, so now I'm pouring. This is just my mushroom coffee that I keep in this thermos. Okay. I'm going to go back and look at some of these questions. That one was, do you like MCT oils? Yes and no, but I just think that, yes. It will help kind of satiate you, but when you're looking at like stuff like trying to be on a keto diet, there shouldn't be anything that you need to take to be in a state of ketosis when your body is burning fat. It is a deprivation of calories that makes your body reach into the fat cells for that. So I think that there's a lot of products on the market today, and always, that they try to capitalize on selling you something, right? If you're a vegan, there's nothing to buy. You buy vegetables, and you make sure that you're good with your B12 shots, right? Like if you're on a keto diet, there's nothing that you need to buy that would help with that. It's deprivation. It's caloric deprivation in a timed eating in intermittent fasting, which we will be doing, and I'll be coaching people through that at the retreat. Okay, so let me see if there was any questions. Stress is a killer. There was an age range question. And so, yeah, that's all. Okay, I'm just getting back here. Sorry, you guys. 1 second. Sounds delightful. There was an age range question. It's definitely an 18 and it's definitely an 18 and older retreat. But I would say that so far the people that we have coming, I've got one 26-year-old is my youngest, and the oldest that I have so far is 68. Why? Because I started this shit in my 20s. This is when I started all this stuff. That's when I started like, I gotta get the fuck out of the sun. I gotta sorry about my language, but I started really looking at skincare, and I started really looking at health in my 20s. Started retinoids in my 20s. And back then, I'm 57 in a week or so. And I've coached people this whole time. I just recently, after going back to USC and getting a second master's, this one in gerontology, which is literally the study of aging, that I started really pushing the coaching, because I realized how many people that I could help. Okay, so the age range, I would say most people who are coming are in their 40s, 40 and above. I do have a few outliers, I don't say that, but on the younger side, 20, 26, almost 27, and a couple that are early to mid 30s, and then we've got 40, big chunk are in their 40s. It's because that's perimenopause, right? So people in their 40s feel like shit if they're not on hormone replacement therapy. It's just true. That's when you'll start gaining weight. That's when a lot of different things start happening. But a big chunk of the people that are coming are in their 40s, and then I've got, 50s and 60s. So I would say 40s to 60s is the biggest range, and then I've got a few that are in their late 20s and 30s. Okay, let's see if there was anything else. IAND says, I don't have TikTok as well. It's in the thing. Do I just take that out? No, I kind of need that, you guys. Because I just did a TikTok on it as well. You guys, it wouldn't be hard to download the TikTok app and then you don't have to post anything. You don't have to do anything. You just follow Live Young Lifestyle. Super easy to do. If there's a problem with that, please reach out to me directly. Okay. I am Nurse Karen is here. Nurse Karen, I was literally just about to, and I'm not going to do it on camera. I might do it for my subscription club, but I was literally about to put my other exosomes on. So Nurse Karen, who is also coming to the retreat, Nurse Karen, if you guys saw the Instagram live I did yesterday, we did on Tixel. Nurse Karen is also coming to the retreat. So I'm thrilled about that. And she is just a body of knowledge about everything that is going on in office for procedures and stuff like that. I probably kneel over if I won. I would probably keel over if I won. I've never won anything. Oh, I'm pulling for you. Do you tag them separately? I would tag them separately. It doesn't really matter, honestly. But actually it does matter, and I keep going back and forth on this, and I'm sorry, I just didn't really think about it prior to this. I think if you tag them separately, when we do the number of comments and we look for, okay, number 81, we count down to 81, it would help. So tag them separately, okay? And then let's see if there was anything else. That was the age range. That's my take my vitamins. I have a 1 o'clock alarm that goes off that says take my vitamins. I don't know if you guys know this, but any alarm that you have, you can name it. You can rename it. It doesn't just have to be a random alarm. So I have alarms that go off of take my vitamins. That's at 1 o'clock. And that usually means I need to do my mushroom coffee first and then get my vegetables in. And then it's not only going to be vegan, though. I want to tell you guys, it's not only vegan at the retreat. It is a plant-based lunch and a sensible dinner. Plant-based lunch, sensible dinner, and those of you that eat breakfast, there will be a breakfast as well. All farm to table, all locally grown. They have an unbelievable chef that's coming in. Okay, so let's see. If there was anything else. It's 1 o'clock now. Do you recommend this service to be done at home? I'm not really sure. Oh, no. Are you talking about the Tixel? No, I wouldn't. You can't do that one at home. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. The winner is going to be announced next Saturday at 12 o'clock on Instagram Live. I am pulling for all of you guys. I'm going to post this to my main feed right now, right before I put on my exosomes. If you missed that live show that I did with Nurse Karen yesterday on Tixel with exosomes over the top, make sure you check that out. And then I'm going to post this to my feed, and you guys, please follow all the rules because it is a giant giveaway, okay? We have so many sponsors coming in. There are so many things going into the gift bag, but beyond that, your life, your health will change by going to this. Your skin will change. If you think you've learned everything that you have to learn from me on these Instagram lives, or even if you've done private coaching, I guarantee you, you will learn something new that will change your health. And if the health, I want to say, if the health goes first, the outside will follow. But it's like, it's more realistic to say nothing shines as bright as optimal health. Nothing shines as bright as optimal health. Don't believe me? Give up alcohol for a month. See what happens to your skin, right? It's all connected. Start exercising. See how you sleep better. Start waking up and looking at the sunlight in the morning. See how that makes you more tired. It's all connected. All of these things, all of these hacks that I've learned at USC just recently. This isn't old information, you guys. I went back to school in my 50s and got a second master's. Back to school at USC in the best gerontology program in the nation. So new information, backed by science, all fact checked. It's going to change your life. Okay, that's all I got. I'll see you guys next Saturday with the winner. Good luck, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.